Hello, adventurers. This is Zed with Zedexis Gaming, and welcome back to Wizardry 8. When we last left our merry band, we were on the road of death. We left the cathedral back here, and we made it through this kind of open sandy area, through the passage here, and we are now out onto the road. We are trying to get to Arnika, so let us continue our journey today and see if we can make it to town. All right.
We got a customer!
These guys will be no problem.
Yeah. Okay, this is one of the stragglers from our last battle. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's see. No. I think we're just gonna kill him. All the bard could use. Yeah,
With pleasure.
let's do a bless. We did a bless, and it did absolutely nothing. Oh, there we go. Who at weapon swapped? He did, okay. Get some good melee practice in here. There we go. Fighter bringing the big damage. 29 left.
Oh! Take this! Take it!
Alright, let's get you some practice with stamina.
Taken care of.
Take that!
Close combat, close combat, close combat. Nice. Alright. I see a sign. Proceed to Arnika Trenton Road. Yes. we have a potion. Purple potion unidentified. Alright, we have officially made it to town. Proceed to Arnika, yes. Alright. Let's come over here and drop a save.
Looky who wandered in.
And this should be Miles.
Hey, I heard you were coming to Arnika. I'm Miles, a local businessman here. I wanted to be the
Businessman.
first to welcome you. Of course, there's not a lot of competition for that. Most of the locals cleared out when the Dark Savant arrived. He and his troopers have terrorized this place, but hey, it's made my business easier, no one being home and all. Speaking of business, I got a line on a little rescue for profit mission and could use some help. You look perfect for the job. You up for it?
Sure.
Perfect. Like I said, these troopers have done a number on Arnika. I just saw them kidnap someone. Good-looking woman, too. Not that I wouldn't rescue an ugly woman if there were money in it. I'm not biased. Anyway, these troopers
biased when
took
it
her
comes to
over by
money.
the crash site. From there, I lost track. I figure she must be somewhere nearby. I would have rescued her myself, but there's not enough of me to go around that many troopers. The crash site's straight north of here. When you're ready to go, we'll go together. Of course, you probably have some questions first.
Alright. An entry's been added into your journal. On a rescue for profit mission, looking for a Vedomina. Okay.
That's my name. Not too much to say about me. Oh, there's rumors, but I suggest you ignore them. I'm eager to get going.
So that basically means there's that topic he doesn't know anything about.
I'm eager to get going. The monastery's the headquarters of your religious types here. It's north and west of town, down the road a bit. I ignore 'em. I'm good, thanks. The Haggardi. You've got one right in front of you. One of the remaining ones, that is. Dark Savant scared off most of us. Practically legend around here. He stole the Destine Dominus right out of the monastery. Guy's a master.
Word has it that Martin stole the Destiny Dominus. Something apparently it looks like I want to get my hands
I'm
on.
sure it's worth a little something to you.
Sure.
Trenton, huh? It's not too far from Arnika. Real problem is that those little buggers, Trini, they're called, take anything that's not nailed down. You go there. I suggest you keep a close eye on your stuff.
Alright. Let's see. Trenton, Arnika.
I'll be honest with you. Arnika's a mess right now. Then again, you picked a heck of a time to visit. A year ago. Beautiful city with wonderful people. Then the Dark Savant arrived and wrecked the place. Still, I can give you a few recommendations. If you want to know what's happening on a streetlight level, there's Helly's, a great bar. You can get a room there, too. There's a couple of shops that are still open, and the bank, of course. Oh, and the temple, if you go in for that sort of thing. I was trying to place them as either vegetable, animal, or mineral, and I just can't do it. I don't know a lot about them myself, other than they've moved into Mount Gygus.
Do you know anything about the Mook?
I'm sure it's worth a little something to you. Now there's an interesting case for you. Outsiders just like you, except smarter. And taller, and well, perhaps in a bit better shape. They've moved right into a building here in Arnika. Vacancy rates being what they are. Not letting anyone in either. Believe me, I tried. You might say he's the worst thing that ever happened to Arnika. I mean, he comes out of nowhere, creates this giant tower in the middle of town, and then sends these troopers to ransack what's left, and that's not all. Here, we used to get all kinds of visitors, you know? Now he's shooting ships right out of the sky like it's a shooting gallery or something. Tell you what, Lord Braffett probably knows a lot more than me, and he's right in town here. I'm sure it's worth a little something to you. Finder's fee, you understand. Ask Braffett about it. He's really your man for religious matters.
So in other words, he just stole 25 gold from me. Nice.
That's something you really should ask Braffett about. Them things are dangerous. Now, bear in mind that I'm on a learning curve, too. I don't know a lot about them. What I do know is that they're somehow attached to the Dark Savant, and that they keep coming out of that giant tower of his. The police here, the HLL, they kill 20 of them, another 20 come right out. It's like they're machines or something. Now, that would be a prize catch. Of course, you'll never find it. It was stolen a long, long time ago, and if I haven't found it, no one will. I'm sure it's worth a little something to you. The Trini? Nice enough, long as you don't mind them being small, furry, and kind of stupid. Funny you bring them up, though. Rumor has it that they're looking for a little help over Trinton Way. Seems they got some kind of infestation. Not really my line of work, but I thought I'd give you the heads up. He's sort of the Haggardi spiritual leader, you might say. In normal people terms, that just means he's lived long enough to know most everything that's worth knowing.
All right. So we've covered all the topics we can here with Miles. A lot of the NPCs can be really good information for background on like what's going on in the game and stuff like that. So I just pretty much, click down through the list of different topics to see what they know. Now, Miles is the first NPC that we can hire. So if you hit leave here, you will stop with the discussion part. Or no, you hit recruit, that's it.
Of course I'll join you. Like I said, I figure they're by the crash site somewhere. Let's go get her.
So Miles is a rogue, and you have 2 slots that you can slot NPCs in. The vast majority of the time, I roll with no NPCs. The NPCs in this game, the one big negative, other than the fact that you have to share experience with them, they level just like any other
Yes?
character. Let's move him to the middle.
Taken care of.
Is there's certain places they won't go, which can be really problematic. Miles is one of the ones he basically won't go anywhere. He'll go like on the main roads, he'll go to Trenton, but a lot of the other really important places that you spend a lot of time, he refuses to go. So what happens is when you go to that zone, he just leaves your group and goes back home. So let's give him another weapon. What's he got? He's got a dagger. Let's swap that out. Do we have another main gaunch? No. We'll do this. Okay. That gives him something to play with. What's he got? Suede and leather and buskins. It's better than anything I've got. So typically what I do at the beginning of the game is I will bring Miles in, and there's the woman we're going to pick up, Vi, and I will use them just in town in Arnika, because some of these low levels can be a little challenging.
You bellowed?
And then I dump them before I end up heading back out. All right, let's cast Missile Shoot again. Alright, welcome to Arnika. So... there's quite a few people to visit in here. And then, oh, we got bad guys. What are they? Raiders. Okay. Moderate heal, moderate stamina. We will take all that. And
Check it out.
we'll grab the sneeze powder. Alright. Let's go over and sell our junk. Well, we should probably get Vi first, shouldn't we? Yeah, we'll get Vi first. Alright, so we need to figure out where these guys
creature
are.
friends.
Oh, we got something coming the other way, too. What's this? Those are Dark Savant troopers. So we have both groups running around. So the same kind of thing follows here in town as other places. You want to get the group. Savant Guards. Armor plate has expired.
Yes?
What you want to do is get them in a situation where they can only attack you one at a time.
We got a customer!
Or a few at a time. A doorway works best. That looks like a lot of troopers.
A fight! I'm with you.
Okay. So, let's do a bless.
With pleasure.
We're gonna do
Taken care
a
of.
prayer and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, he's got that amulet too. I should be using that. Stamina. Yeah, he doesn't have anything interesting to cast. Okay. Now, these guys can hit like trucks, so I have to be careful with my positioning. Basically, whoever they hit here, I need to move them. But my positioning here in the doorway means only one of these guys can get at me at a time. Alright, we got our bless up. Some nice AoE damage there. Okay, got a Guardian Angel. That's nice. So Guardian Angel is a it's a spell that it's like a shield. Alright. Pretty much used up all of our magic, haven't we?
Okay.
We'll get off a magic missile. And you can get off a piercing pipes.
With pleasure.
Get some more AoE damage.
Take.
Oh. That's not good. Okay, we got a kill. Let's do some stamina.
Taken care of.
And we'll try the piercing pipes again.
With pleasure.
And he's pretty much out of magic, but he's got the amulet.
Okay.
We're gonna use that. When you use an item like that, it builds artifact skill. An artifact skill is what identifies things, other than using the identify spell. We could also get some practice in casting stamina.
Good.
With pleasure.
Mola Pact.
Nice. Bards just needs lots and lots of stamina. So we got 3, 19. Okay. Let's just beat him down. This fight went pretty well. He's getting a staff hit. Nice.
Beware. My power grows stronger. Wonderful. I'm making my mark.
Sword. Music went up. Close combat, dual weapons. Staff and wand, close combat, water magic all went up. Nice. Alright. A little bit of damage here. Get some heal wounds practice. Alright, let's do a save before we level, just so we don't goof it up. Alright. Oh, there's powder. Oh, that's sneeze powder. That's good. That's good practice. Let's see. Do we have anything? Yes, we have some unidentified potions. We'll go ahead and level before we try to get off a cast. Alright. So his main stat is piety, then intelligence, and then whatever after that. All of his other stuff is at 50, so he doesn't have any negatives. So let's do piety, intelligence, and strength. Okay. Spells. So when you level, you get one spell pick per level. You don't have to use it now. You can save it, and as your base magic improves, you get access to higher level spells. So that means you can use your spell picks on higher level stuff. So I typically try to take only the stuff that's like super critical. Cure poison is not super critical. You can get that in potions, and you can get a book to get that. Silence. Priest Sonic. There are some monsters that really need to be silenced, but what else we got? Cure paralysis is you can get in a book. Paralyze you can get in a book. Rust all you can get in a book. Web you can get in a book. Make wounds and guardian angel you can all get in books. You can pretty much get all the spells in books, with the exception of, I think, holy water is problematic. But typically what I try to do is take the spells that I absolutely have to have, like, you know, you need your armor plate buff. You need Cure Lesser Condition pretty early. I didn't really need Bless. But we're going to save the spell pick this time. And then as far as skills goes, we have a minimum of 5 in everything. So let's push Divinity. And then let's start getting... Let's see, we don't use Mason Flail, so Staff and Wand is at 11, Throwing and Sling is at 11. So let's get a minimum of 10. And we got 1 point left over. We'll put it into Staff and Wand. The rest of these I'm just gonna, you know, keep grinding with spells. Alright. Mage. Main stat intelligence. He doesn't have anything below 50. So I could do piety for more spell power. I could do dexterity for better armor class. I could do speed to be able to cast the spells faster. I could do vitality. Mages have so little hit points. Doesn't really need strength. I'm not going to be relying on his staff work that much, so let's see what we got here. Boost intelligence. Now we need to stop boosting at 95, and that's because there's a fountain that gives everybody an additional 5. So we'll get to 95 and we'll stop. Let's do 2 in piety and 1 in vitality. We'll slowly try to level up vitality. Make sure he's got enough hit points. The rest of his stats I'm fine with. Okay. So we picked up Fireball. So what are we missing? Knock Knock can be important, but we can get that various ways. I still don't have the Enchanted Blade buff, but that usually can find in a book. None of the rest of these are critical. About the only other critical spell that he gets a hold of, I would say, is X-Ray. Once you get X-Ray, you want to use X-Ray. So we're going to save his spell pick too. We're gonna try to save it and use it on higher level stuff. So we're gonna boost Wizardry. We're gonna boost artifacts. And then we're gonna keep boosting staff and wand and throwing and sling. We'll get these to 10 and then we'll get these to 10. All right. Okay, not too bad. The other thing with spell picks to remember is that you can get... There are seven levels of spells. You can find books that will teach you 1 through 5 for basically every spell in the game. There are no books for levels 6 and 7, so you do want to save spell picks for those so you can get them as soon as you have access to them. Because obviously those are the most powerful spells in the game. And we've aggroed the raiders. Now, one thing you can do in here... Can we get them to come around the... Did they come around the corner? There they are. Is the other NPCs, like the guards, will join fights. So if you get like this condition and you start the fight, the guards will join the fight on your side. As long as they're close enough. What's this? That's another patrol. Alright, let's make sure we're seen. Come on, boys. There we go.
The chase begins. Attack!
Okay. So we don't know whether the guards joined or not. So let's cast a bless.
With pleasure.
You do another prayer.
Taken care of.
And I think I'm pretty much out of spells, aren't I? No. Yeah, we got a level 2 fireball we can cast. That'll be good.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, Miles is out of ranged ammo. Alright. We'll fix that. So we got to kind of clean the streets of the town here in order to get to where we're going. When we first saw these guys, they were standing up there by the crashed ship. That's where we're going. We're gonna go pick up Vi. We'll use her and Miles around the town. Now Miles, like I said, Miles, each NPC kind of has different rules about where they go. You can look up online a companion guide for this game where somebody will tell you everything about you need to equip.
Taken care of.
About all the different companions you can pick up. Miles is actually a pretty rotten one because he doesn't go anywhere. He just, like I said, goes out onto the main road and into Trenton, and that's about it. He doesn't go to any of the really important places. Vi is the exact opposite. She goes to most places on the planet and most of the important ones. And she's also part of the story. So if you have somebody with you as a companion, they will have voice lines in different places. So they'll add a little flavor to the story. So Vi is actually not a bad one to have. Now, what your companions will do is if you try to take them into places they don't want to go, they'll leave your group, and then you have to go, back and pick them up wherever they are. So in Miles and Vi's case, they come back here to Arnika. Now, what you can do, if you don't want to do that, is you can, like, drag them kicking and screaming into areas they don't want to go. And as long as they're in those zones, they just have a bunch of stat negatives. They have lowered stats for everything. All right, let's do amulostatic.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to do. I leveled up and forgot to do inspection to see if we can figure out what those. Oh, here we go. The Guardian Patrol is on our side. Now, the only bad thing that can happen here is spells are fine. Spells do not hit friendly. They don't hit friendly people. Like if you cast like an AoE spell, or you cast a spell that like backfires or whatever. But that is not the same for ranged weaponry. So a bow and arrow, if you fire an arrow or throw a knife, it has a chance to miss. And you can actually end up hitting a friendly with a bow and arrow. Now, part of what's going on here, everything is red because I have no opening to hit any of the bad guys. So now I'm gonna have to move my crew, unless they come running at me. But as I was saying, ranged weaponry can accidentally hit the Guardian Patrol, and if it does it too much, they will take that as an attack and actually turn against you. And at that point, you're pretty much reloading your save. Okay. So we need to get in range of one of these guys. I'm trying to figure out where everybody is. Can I get through here? No, I can't. Can I get through here? There we go. Oops. No. Physics bounced me.
Taken care of.
Alright. We're gonna do run again. If you run and you run into a monster, the physics sometimes will bounce you. This bounced me backwards. Which is not what I wanted. I want to get up into melee range. There we go. Beat him up, guys. That from behind, this guy was turned. That's a lot of damage. Alright.
Taken care of.
We're going to get out piercing pipes again.
With pleasure.
We're going to get out the amulet of static again.
Okay.
Getting knocked unconscious is really bad. Because at that point, your armor class is like nothing.
Podrida.
Got a potion. Okay, so we got one Hargadi Raider left, and he's panicking.
Taken care of.
So we'll let him panic. I'm pretty low on magic at this point, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let all these guys clear out. I'm gonna run in the house and shut the door. And the plan here is gonna be, if the guy goes for a couple of turns without being able to be seen, combat will end, and at that point we're gonna call it and take a rest. All right. So we just gotta wait for the patrols to do their turn. And we'll catch up with Mr. Hargadi Raider later. I wasn't going to chase after him.
Let's go.
Miles Dagger, Grotto, ranged, bow, close combat, sword, stealth. Nice. Dual weapons, artifacts, staff and wand. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see if
What
anybody
now?
took damage. We'll get some healing in. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Get all of our magic back.
Yes?
We'll do our rebuffs. We haven't had magic screen up for a while. Let's put it up. Armor plate. Earth magic went up to 10. Let's do light. Not that I need it here. Okay. We need to do our identifies. So first of all, he got body of stone. Okay. So we got those. So let's have him do his cast. Alright, we failed. But we got credit for doing the spells. So both his mental and his divinity went up. That's nice. Alright, missile shield. Okay, all buffs are up. Modern stamina. He's still... Everybody got potions. Everybody's got potions. Alright, we're all set to keep rolling. So I think this is a good point to stop. We did make it to town, and we picked up Miles. Did our first few fights, and we're basically ready to go pick up Vi. And at that point, then we can start really, I call it doing the town, doing all the stuff in the town, which will probably take a couple different episodes in order to cover the whole town. I usually do the entire town and then start working on doing the road. So, okay. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode today. Please do all the things. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. All that stuff helps the channel and helps me make more videos. If you got any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section. I will get with them as soon as possible. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day.